On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Penix to the air right away. Flush to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing. And
got his man complete. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ready. To throw, it's Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
Too many mistakes, especially...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Pulled in at the 24. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. This defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Milton. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll throw with Penix. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The Bengals had 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Milton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Penix. A short one there to Freiermuth. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Penix. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And looking to throw, Penix. He finds Pickens over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Penix working out of the gun here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. To the air, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing is Milton. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Right back to Moss. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Milton. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's Milton. Looking left side, and the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So on fourth down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Penix. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Milton. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it in their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Going to look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Caught by Wilson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Milton. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Moss on the give up the middle. 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
A 22-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw with Penix.
Flushed out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47.
Now Milton. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Milton.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tim Patrick, 43 yards.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 70 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now.
It's the score. Steelers 28, Bengals 13. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Looking to throw, Penix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go, set.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
2nd and 5. Now a run with Warren.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception.
Down the right sideline.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air, Penix. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Penix working out of the gun here.
Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down.
Let's go now. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Penix.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And shedding through the tackle. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Milton now to throw.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's Warren. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Milton. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
To throw is Milton.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Ready, break. Come on, set. 19 Lion. Go.
Throwing is Milton.
And this completes to Henry over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
That's good for a Bengals
Mustang 19. Get up.
Here's Milton.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
18 Cardinal.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And that is incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Or the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll go play action here with Penix. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaching.
And now here is another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
60 Eagles, 60. Here we go.
Here's Penix.
And he completes it to Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week.